The city of Plymouth is moving toward imposing a one-year moratorium on the sale of THC products. A vote is expected at the next city council meeting. The move comes after the city responded to recent overdose cases. Plymouth police believe 2 recent overdose incidents were unintentional. In one case, police say a mother unknowingly gave her 4 children gummy candy containing THC, an ingredient in marijuana that makes people feel high. The mother consumed some herself, not realizing what she had eaten.
All 5 of these people required to be transported by ambulance to local hospitals in 3 separate ambulances, and it was later determined by hospital staff that they all suffered from THC overdoses. It's pretty concerning when they are 1 to 5 years old.
Plymouth police also responded to a 52-year-old woman who started vomiting and shaking uncontrollably after they say she accidentally took multiple THC gummies. The incidents follow the state law that took effect July 1st, allowing the sale of hemp-derived edibles. In speaking to city leaders, Plymouth police describe what they call loose and confusing regulations on such products. Police say it will make no difference whether the THC is derived from hemp or marijuana.
I just see too many loopholes with the current laws that are out there right now that will invite the illicit market into convenience stores.
Experts say it just takes more hemp than marijuana to create the THC products currently allowed. In Plymouth, 4 businesses are either currently selling or planning to sell THC edibles. Brooklyn Park police are looking for the shooter responsible for unleashing a barrage of bullets in a neighborhood. The incident happened Friday around 8:45 in the morning near the 3500 block of Brookdale Drive. Reporter Sonia Goins has more on the investigation.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Brandon Diddle is still cleaning up after gunfire hit his vehicle, blowing out 2 of his back windows.
All of a sudden I heard like pop, 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 pop. And I was like, kind of sounded like a firework.
That was actually gunfire. A bullet also pierced the roof of his SUV. You can still see shattered glass in the trunk.
There's the hole from the first bullet, and that's where it just started shattering after the spider web.
Brandon will have to pay for the damage out of pocket because he only has liability insurance.
At first I was just like, oh no, and then I was like angry and then sad all at once.
Meanwhile, investigators are still trying to find out who did this. When they got on the scene, they found evidence of multiple shell casings.
There was 11 shell casings spread out amongst the block, so the crime scene was a little bit bigger. It spanned about 1 city block.
Yeah, they found a bunch in the rocks too.
No one was hurt and there are no suspects in custody. Meanwhile, Brandon says this incident hits too close to home.
I worry about my kids more than anything. You know, I got 2 9-year-olds and a 7-year-old, and now it's like we have to be way more attentive about, being outside with them.
If you have any information, call Brooklyn Park Police. Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The Minnesota State Patrol says a motorcyclist was killed Sunday evening after he was struck by another vehicle while fleeing from state troopers. According to the State Patrol, a trooper tried to pull over a man on a Harley-Davidson who they say was traveling 107 miles per hour on northbound I-94 in Brooklyn Center. The motorcycle exited onto eastbound I-694 where it crossed traffic and was struck. The State Patrol identified the rider Monday as 31-year-old Kalen James Svendal of South St. Paul. The crash shut down I-694 for several hours Sunday night. It's been more than a year since the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan and the subsequent takeover by the Taliban. Many Afghans then fled the country and found new lives in Minnesota. But now they face a new set of challenges. On Monday, a group of state and local leaders, including Congressman Dean Phillips, gathered in Brooklyn Park to talk more about how to support those Afghan refugees.
Nothing has been more hard to watch than the exit from Afghanistan.
Monday afternoon in a Brooklyn Park warehouse,
I'm here to listen and learn and ask some questions.
Democratic Congressman Dean Phillips joined representatives from several organizations aimed at helping the Afghan refugees who now call Minnesota home.
Improve efficiencies.
The congressman's goal was to learn about the many challenges facing Afghan refugees.
What are you hearing from families And is there anything that you're aware of that we can do in Congress to perhaps rectify that?
The panel brought up everything from difficulties adjusting to life here.
There's a lot of loneliness and isolation right now that they're scattered across the Twin Cities. And so we're looking to build field trips, monthly field trips for the youth and the women, as well as sewing socials and other workshops for economic growth.
To issues like accessing transportation to get to work and problems finding affordable housing.
400 square feet at $1,500 a month is not affordable housing.
The site of this roundtable discussion was a warehouse in Brooklyn Park operated by Alight.
Logistically, it was difficult.
Over the last few months, the nonprofit set up a marketplace where Afghan refugees could get furniture and supplies free of charge. While this marketplace certainly helps the roughly 1,300 Afghans who resettled here,
Donations.
there's still a lot of work to do to help Minnesota feel like home.
What we're trying to do now in Congress is try to fix, at least incrementally, a system that has been terribly disadvantageous to Afghans in particular, particularly those who helped our mission.
When Klondike said it was discontinuing the Choco Taco after a nearly 40-year run, a social media frenzy ensued, and other businesses took advantage, including a Plymouth ice cream shop.
We use our homemade waffle cone mix. We then fill it with ice cream. Right now we have our vanilla bean ice cream in it.
Honey and Mackie's created its own version of the Choco Taco called the Mackie's Snacky. The owner tells us she sold dozens over the weekend and has had to keep up with demand. For those of you not familiar, the Choco Taco is an ice cream treat made to look like a taco, and that may not be as crazy as stories about its impending death. It turns out its last bites could be premature. Klondike now hints it may bring the Choco Taco back.
High school football teams are into their second week of practice before their season openers next week. In today's training camp report, we visit a Park Center team looking to build off a strong 2021.
Winning can oftentimes bring more winning. That's the hope here at Park Center football. The Pirates are coming off an 8-2 season, and numbers out for the program are way up.
We have 45 freshmen and then 60 plus after that for between 10th grade and senior year. This is the largest number I've had so far as head coach.
I love it that more people are coming to play football, and it's really good that the young guys are coming in, and I know they're ready to work, so it's really fun having them here at practice and seeing them get better throughout the season.
Park Center enjoyed its first winning season since 2015 last fall and believe the foundation set by last year's seniors will carry through to this year.
Those seniors last year have helped these guys figure out what the expectation are from them and also from me, and then to going forward how they're going to need to handle themselves on the varsity level.
Among the players back for the Pirates are Max Lemke, now a 3-year starter at center and a key to the Pirates' offensive line success. Isaac Davis was a starter at safety as a sophomore and will also play quarterback this fall. The receivers include 6'6" Joe Burgess on one side and 5'7" Dominic Brown on the other. Both are good targets for Davis. Caden Cook is a returner at linebacker who will also line up at defensive end and play some tight end for the Pirates. All in all, there is definitely talent out here.
I feel like we got guys that can replace. They learned from the seniors and they worked with them and talked to them about how they was, and they took some advice from them.
Though the Pirates would love to advance past the section final this year, they are, for now, just locked in on their September 1st opener with Bloomington Kennedy.
The Pirates boys soccer team is also coming off a strong season. Jay Wilcox has a season preview.
Park Center's boys soccer team will have plenty of new faces in the lineup this fall as they try to continue a run of strong seasons. The Pirates were 13-5-1 and reached the Section 5 3A championship game last season, but graduated a lot.
We're young. We've got some returning players, but we're still fairly inexperienced as far as a lot of gameplay. It'll be a season, I think, where we're going to build, and it'll be a big group effort this year rather than kind of relying on one player like we did last year.
While one player doesn't make a team, the Pirates don't pretend that replacing Mr. Soccer Award winner Sadiq Jabate from last year's team will be easy.
He was a big guy, big part of the team, but I'm not gonna look down at everyone else. It's like, I think everyone else will do a great job at filling in and putting the goals in the back of the net. And
Many in this group haven't logged a ton of varsity minutes, but the overall skill level in the program is good. It'll just be about building as a group.
Since this last year, I've seen everybody's been playing club, so of course that benefits us as one player. So everybody playing club together just helps us get more closer, so we can all play together at once.
You know, we had some younger guys that were really skilled last year that played some minutes, and some of them played some significant minutes. So one of our captains, Pablo, and then Johanzo Camacho also is looking really good in tryouts so far. So looking forward to, we should be strong in the midfield.
It may take a while, but Park Center expects to be in the hunt for a section title when playoff time rolls around. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Brooklyn Center boxer Jerred Bradford won the bronze medal at the National Golden Gloves this past week. Bradford won 3 matches before falling in the semifinals to the eventual champion. He qualified for the tournament by winning the Upper Midwest Golden Gloves title at 165 pounds. Bradford is a Park Center High School graduate and trains at Likes Gym in Lexington.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.